What's up guys, my name is Ace and welcome back to Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all of the jumps, spots, and lines of sight that I know of on every map in Advanced Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the map Riot. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so starting it off by the A flag, just a spot right here. A lot of people want to try to get to this roof and they realize they can't quite make that jump. Well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is jump up on top of this car right here, and then you can just double jump and mantle up. Very, very simple. You can also jump from this dumpster right here, make that jump really easily, or you can jump from this right here. I see a lot of people kind of giving up after they try once, but you can easily make it up right on that spot. Now, I've showed this in a video before, but I will show it again in this video. This right up here is a very, very popular spot for snipers and just players in general to sit. They'll sit on that rooftop and they'll try and cover this entire half of the map. To counter them, it's actually quite easy. You just want to end up behind this blue dumpster right here, and you can head glitch right over top, and right there is where they'll be. You'll win this gunfight almost every single time because all they can see is the very tip of your head, and usually at this point you can see at least half of their body, and sometimes even a little bit more if they're not very careful. So you can easily pick them off here with an assault rifle or a sniper rifle. I wouldn't really challenge it with an SMG though. Another option is to actually back all the way up to here. You don't see that really popular part on the right hand side of that rooftop, but you do see this corner of the rooftop, and you can also look through this window to the top of this roof, which is also somewhat popular, especially in Hardpoint. You'll usually get a guy up on top kind of trying to head glitch that thing. And from this spot right here, you have the advantage in that gunfight because you can be mobile, you have lots of cover you can get to, and they don't really have much cover aside from that AC unit. One more option to challenge people that are on top of that top rooftop or this rooftop right here is actually kind of a nice little spot because you're almost invisible to them, is to crouch on these stairs right here, and you can shoot right through this chain link. It won't even affect your bullet damage at all. You can just pick them off through there. You can see a little bit of both rooftops. And you can't see way over there, that's a more common spot, but you can see if they're on this side of the roof or if they're on this rooftop right here. So if you want to get a line of sight on the A flag to either defend it, or maybe you're attacking it for some reason and you are able to get up on this way, basically jump up onto this ledge right back here. You can crouch, you can get behind this wall, they can't see you at all if they're on the A flag, and all you have to do is kind of edge your way over and you get a full line of sight on the entire capture area of the A flag. And you can really easily pick people off right there. And if they start shooting back, you've got cover and they don't. Now, if you're on top of this part of the roof right here and you want to come around this corner and you expect enemies to be somewhere on this rooftop, a really common place for them to sit is right here because they're using cover. They have great cover here and they'll kill you just about every single time as you come around that corner. A great way to check for those guys is, first off, you can just double jump and you can see over the chain link fence, or you can actually jump up on top of this lamppost. Whoop. I totally failed that. Okay, let's just get up there again. It's not this difficult to make this jump. It's actually pretty easy. There we go. So you just jump up here. Unfortunately, you can't actually shoot through this chain link fence at all. But one option is to actually kind of jump up and you can shoot them while you're in the air. Keep in mind, of course, they can shoot you as well. But it might work out for you in one situation. I wouldn't really use this most games. More often than not, I'll just use the check spot. I'll just sort of jump up, see if someone's there. If I'm clear, then I'll go, and if I'm not clear, I'll probably drop down and approach them from a different angle. Now, right inside this building here is a hardpoint, and it's actually a really popular place for people to camp in hardpoint. I guess it's not really camping, they're playing the objective. So you can actually edge your way around here, and you can break this glass, you can shoot through these windows here, and sometimes they won't expect you, sometimes they will be looking this way. A really common place is for them to sit like this, so they will see you, but it is one option for attacking them. Now, from the other side, if you're inside here, you can actually jump right up on top of this little shelf here, and look at that. You have a nice line of sight around here. You aren't as hidden as you would expect. Like, a good portion of your body is showing through this window here. So it's not like a super powerful position, but every now and then, maybe for a kill or two, that will work for you. Now, if I'm attacking or defending the B flag from this area right here, a great way to get to it is to actually jump up here first and then challenge the people here. They don't usually expect that. Usually when I'm capturing the B flag and the enemies are coming from this direction, I'll be laying right here and I'll be aiming right at that doorway there. So if you walk through that doorway, I'm going to kill you, or at least I'm going to be able to put a bunch of shots onto you. If you jump up there first, you're completely out of my line of sight until you're up here, and if my aim's already here, then by the time I adjust my aim up there, I'm dead. So that's how I love approaching the B flag if I do come from this area. Just jump up, and then you can approach them like this, and you have the advantage now. Now, another thing in the B flag area, if you're defending this doorway here and you want to get a line of sight on people through there, you can actually get a line of sight on them, and you can actually shoot them through this grate right here. You will lose a little bit of bullet damage, but you can shoot them through there. You can see them. If they are running through, all you'll be able to do is see them. Like, you won't be able to actually kill them in time. But it's still a good spot just to know that somebody's coming, and then you can be prepared for them. Now, if I'm approaching the B flag from this direction, and I know the enemies are controlling the A flag area, this is a very popular head glitch. Right there. There's almost always somebody in that spot at any given time in a match, or that's a really heavily contested spot. You can actually get a line of sight on him through all this like rubble right here, and you can see his head through there. If you aim down sight though, things get a little bit blurry because it tends to focus on what's in front of you rather than at the back there. So you won't be able to see him without him being really blurry, but with a sniper rifle, you can. So you can pick him off through there, and there's no way he'll see you through there. He's expecting people to just head glitch over top. He won't see you through that rubble right there. Now, once again, if you expect somebody to be in that same spot and you're coming from this direction, you're maybe getting on his flank, you can actually check right through here and you can see through this window, or these two windows, and you can see if someone is standing right here. Unfortunately, this glass is completely bulletproof, so you won't be able to kill him, but you can always check for him. You'll know he's there, you'll know if he's looking at you or if he's just got his back turned to you, and then you can come around and kill him, and you know where he is and where he's looking. That can also be used on the reverse end. So if you are trying to defend this doorway right here, you can watch through this window right here. Once again, you can't shoot through it, but you can watch through here, and then you can always pop out and take them by surprise, or you'll just know they're coming and you can deal with them in another way. Now, something that a lot of people don't know is that you can actually jump on top of this rooftop from inside here very easily. Like, normally you can't just double jump there, but if you hop on top of this first, it's actually pretty easy to just hit this jump. You just jump up and mantle. Same thing goes for this window up here. All you do is jump up like this, double jump. Oh, and I missed it. That's embarrassing. Oh, I missed it again. How embarrassing. There we go, and you get the mantle. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, but you can definitely do that. Now, if you're attacking or defending the A flag from this direction right here, a great way to do it is to look through the fire here. You can get a nice line of sight, you can shoot through this chain link, you lose a little bit of bullet damage, but it's much better than coming right through this doorway where they're likely aiming. You're actually quite difficult to see through those flames. Like, if you're really paying attention, of course you can see the guy, but most people are going to be looking towards that doorway or up at the rooftop or this rooftop over here, and they don't usually expect somebody to come from that direction. Now, this next spot is kind of cool to point out, but honestly, I don't think I'd ever use this in a game. So, I don't know, take it with a grain of salt, but you can actually jump on top of this power pole or this light pole very, very easily, and you can watch towards the A flag, or you can look over this way. You can see a little bit of the basketball court. You might be able to get a jump shot with a sniper rifle or something towards that spawn. But honestly, it's not really all that useful. One nice thing about it is if they are coming around this corner by the A flag, say they're coming off spawn back there, you have this as your backdrop. So you're not silhouetted against the skies, and it's very difficult to actually pick you out with that as your background. So it's kind of a cool spot if they're coming around that corner, but if they decide to come this way, you're pretty much screwed. Now, if you want to lock down this doorway over here and you're on this side of the map near the C flag, a great way to do it, instead of standing up here where you're really easy to counter, as I've shown you already a couple times, all you have to do is come back on top of this railing back here, and look at that. You have a great line of sight over towards that area. You can pick them off with a sniper rifle or maybe a longer range assault rifle. It is a pretty long range though, but you can definitely lock down that doorway, or if they're coming around that truck side, you can easily pick them off there. You can not fall off the railing, but you can also look through here, so if that hardpoint is active, you can pick them off and you have a decent amount of cover from this wall. Now, over in this corner of the map, kind of by the C flag, if you jump up here, you can actually see through these windows here into that doorway that's actually pretty popular for people to sit in to try and attack or defend the B flag. So if you're coming around on their flank or something, you can quickly just look and check that hallway, see if anyone's in there. You can also see over towards this direction as well inside that hallway. Unfortunately, once again, you can't shoot through this glass, but it is a great check spot. Now, back here, over by the C flag on top of this roof here, I have kind of a cool nade spot, or potentially a trick shot spot for some snipers. It's not really all that reliable. I just thought it was kind of neat, and I would love to see you guys hit this in a real match. I've never actually gotten a kill in a real match like this. That just shows how useful it actually is. So I'm not claiming that it's some amazing useful spot, but it's kind of cool. If you jump up on top of this, and then you double jump towards that area there, you can actually launch nades through this window right here, and you might be able to get a stick with like a Semtex on somebody on the B flag, or you can just stick it to the ground near the B flag and maybe you'll get a hit marker or a kill on them. Or another option is to potentially try getting a quick scope over top of that like that. It might work for you. I don't really think it's going to be easy, but it might work in some situation. Now the same thing goes on the other side of the map here. I think it's a little bit more difficult from this side, but you can also jump up like this and do the same sort of thing, and you might be able to get a kill through there. If you ever do manage to get a kill through there in any way, then please tweet me a link to that, like a YouTube video if you can. If you can make a YouTube video, I would love to see that. So that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Maps Exposed. Let me know in the comment section below which one of the maps you'd like to see me cover next. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.